Students, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to study about the anti-tubercular drugs. That means the drugs that are used to treat a disease called as tuberculosis. In this video we will be studying the introduction, the classification of tubercular drugs, anti-tubercular drugs, their description, their synthesis, mechanism of action and some MCQ questions. So students, before studying about the drugs, we should know about the disease that is going to be treated. So tuberculosis. What is tuberculosis? It is an infectious disease usually caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium bovis, Mycobacterium afrenicum bacteria. It is a bacterial disease. हमें कई बार it is asked in MCQ questions कि it is what type of disease, a fungal disease, a viral disease or a bacterial disease. So we have to remember that it is a bacterial disease and the causative agents. Tuberculosis generally affects the lungs but can also affect other parts of the body. Most infections do not have symptoms, in which case it is known as latent tuberculosis. About 10% of latent infections progress to active disease, which if left untreated kills about half of those affected. So by this we can analyze how much deadly disease it is, but since due to the modifications in the pharmaceutical science, now we have the treatment for this disease. If it is diagnosed in an early stage and it is treated carefully, then the person can be cured. So, the classic symptoms of active tuberculosis are chronic cough with blood containing mucus, fever, night sweats and weight loss. It was historically called consumption due to the weight loss. Infection of other organs can cause a wide range of symptoms. Now, the classification of drugs, we have the first line drugs. These are the drugs that are first administered for a disease. When we analyze or when we see any patients of the tuberculosis, then the first thing or the first treatment we are going to give to him or her will be the first line drugs. So, all first line anti-tubercular drugs names have semi-categorized 3-letter and single-letter abbreviations. Now, ethambutol, isoniazid, pyrazinamide, rifampicin and streptomycin are some first line drugs. Second line drugs, when the patient become resistant to the first line drugs, then we go for the second line drugs. इसमें we have multi-drug resistant tuberculosis including polypeptides like aminoglycosides, in which we have amikacin or kinamycin. Then we have capromycin, viomycin and enviomycin. Also fluoroquinolones, for example ciprofloxacin, levofloxacin and moxifloxacin. Thioamides like ethaniamide and prothionamide. Then we have cycloserine and terizidone. The drugs which we have already discussed are here given in a tabular form so that it is easy for us to remember. Now anti-tubercular drugs, mycobacterium infections. Now अभी हमने previously पढ़ा कि lungs तो है primary side, पर उसके अलावा tuberculosis में also affect some other organs. What are those other organs? They are brain, bone, liver, kidney, intestines and the lymph nodes. Aerobic bacillus passed from infected, it can be passed by humans including cow and bovine and birds, that are the avian. It is the scientific name given in the bracket. Now, जब भी हम मेडिसिनल केमिस्ट्री पढ़ते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, वी नीड टू रिमेंबर कि मतलब मैं आपको पहले ब्रीफ में बता देती हूँ, जो हमारा सिलेबस होता है उसमें हमें ड्रग्स हमें दिया हुआ होता है टॉपिक, उसके बाद हमें दी हुई होती है ड्रग्स दैट वी नीड टू स्टडी. और उन ड्रग्स में भी कुछ ड्रग्स ऐसी होती हैं दैट आर मार्क्ड विद द स्टेरिक साइन. सो उन ड्रग्स को हमें बिल्कुल डिटेल में पढ़ना होता है, इंक्लूडिंग देयर स्ट्रक्चर एक्टिविटी रिलेशनशिप, देयर सिंथेसिस, देयर मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एक्शन. ओके, so now let's begin with isoniazid. This is the structure given that we need to remember. By how will we remember it? We have to practice it, otherwise we won't be able to remember during exams. There are so many structures that you will be learning throughout and end time पे सारा mix हो जाएगा. So जितनी ज़्यादा we will practice it, उतना ज़्यादा we will remember it better in exam hall. Okay, so isoniazid also known as isonicotinic acid hydrazide. It is an antibiotic used for the treatment of tuberculosis. The antimicrobial activity of isoniazid hydrazide is selective for mycobacteria, likely due to its ability to inhibit mycolic acid synthesis, which interferes with cell wall synthesis and thereby producing a bactericidal effect. इसके यूज़ क्या हो जाएंगे? फॉर एक्टिव ट्यूबरकुलोसिस इट इज़ ऑफन यूज टुगेदर विद रिफेम्पिसिन, पायराजिनामाइड एंड ईदर स्ट्रेप्टोमाइसिन और इथम्ब्यूटॉल. इट कैन बी गिवन इन कॉम्बिनेशन ऑल्सो. इट मे ऑल्सो बी यूज फॉर एटिपिकल टाइप ऑफ माइकोबैक्टीरिया सच एज माइकोबैक्टीरियम एवियम, माइकोबैक्टीरियम कैनासासी एंड माइकोबैक्टीरियम ज़िनोपी. It is usually taken by mouth but can also be given by using injection into muscle. Now this is the synthesis of isoniazid. Again students, we need to practice it a lot so that we can remember it in exam hall, otherwise it will not stay in your heads and we will all forget it and it will all mix हो जाएगा, खचर पचर हो जाएगी दिमाग में. तो हमें, ताकि हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एग्जाम में खुद ध्यान आए कि हमारी इसकी सिंथेसिस क्या थी, हमें उतनी ज़्यादा इसकी प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी. इसका आपके पास कोई दूसरा ऑप्शन नहीं है. सो आइसोनियाजिड हमें मिलेगा 4-मिथाइल पायरिडीन के ऑक्सीडेशन से 2 स्टेप्स में. आइसोनियाजिड इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड फ्रॉम आइसोनिकोटिनिक एसिड विच इज़ प्रोड्यूस फ्रॉम 4-मिथाइल पायरिडीन. नाउ नेक्स्ट ड्रग इज इथोनियमाइड. The antimicrobial activity of ethionamide is selective for mycobacteria, likely due to its ability to inhibit mycolic acid synthesis, which interferes with cell wall synthesis and thereby producing a bactericidal effect. The uses include: it is used together with other medicines to treat tuberculosis. It belongs to the class of medicines called antibiotics and works to kill or prevent the growth of bacteria. However, it will not work for cold, flu or other virus infection. Next drug is the ethambutol. It is an antibiotic again. It works by stopping the growth of bacteria, that is the bactericidal effect. This antibiotic treats only bacterial infections again. It will not work for viral infections like common cold or flu. There are some common things that will work in all the drugs, so we just need to remember it. Now let's see the mechanism of action. This is a general mechanism of action. What will it do? It will inhibit arabinosyl transferase 3 enzyme, which will disrupt transport of arabinose sugar, which will ultimately impair the biosynthesis of arabinogalactan. जिससे क्या होगा? There will be disruption of microbial cell wall formation. When there will be no microbial cell wall formation, then there will be no formation, no multiplication of the bacteria, and hence it will lead to cure of tuberculosis. Next is the pyrazinamide. Pyrazinamide is used with other medications to treat tuberculosis. It is an antibiotic and works by stopping the growth of bacteria. This antibiotic treats only bacterial infections. It will not work for viral infections. It is active only at slightly acidic pH. Pyrazinamide gives activated to pyrazinoic acid in the bacilli, where it interferes with the fatty acid synthesis. This interferes with the bacterium's ability to synthesize new fatty acids required for the growth and replication. Now, para-aminosalicylic acid. It is also known as 4-aminosalicylic acid, which is also known as para-aminosalicylic acid due to the position of the amino group, and sold under brand name Pacer among others. It is an antibiotic primarily used to treat tuberculosis. Specifically, it is used to treat active drug resistant tuberculosis together with other anti-tuberculosis medications. This has been shown to be a prodrug. Now, what is a prodrug? The drug that is inactive when it is outside the human body, but as soon as it enters the human body, it becomes activated and show its therapeutic or pharmacological action. That is the prodrug. Now, it is incorporated into folate pathway by hydropterate synthetase and dihydrofolate synthase to generate a hydroxyl dihydrofolate anti-amoebolite, which in turn inhibit dihydrofolate reductase enzyme activity. Now, this is the synthesis of para-aminosalicylic acid. It is a 4-step reaction. You need to remember it by practicing. This is the mechanism of action of the first line drugs. Collectively, mycolic acid, cell membrane, arabinogalactin, peptidoglycan. This is a general procedure that is given. Now, let's see. First of all, isoniazid will inhibit the mycolic acid that we have already studied earlier. Pyrazinamide will inhibit the cell membrane and mitochondria or ATP formation, that is the adenosine triphosphate synthesis. Now, rifampin, what will it do? It will inhibit the RNA polymerase. Ethambutol, it will inhibit the arabinogalactan peptidoglycan, and streptomycin will inhibit the protein synthesis. Anti-tubercular drugs pathophysiology. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, it is a gram-positive bacteria, acid-fast bacillus. It spread from one person to another via airborne droplets. जब भी हम हॉस्पिटल्स जाएंगे तो हम ये बात ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि जो ट्यूबरकुलर पेशेंट मतलब ट्यूबरकुलोसिस के पेशेंट्स होते हैं, दे आर केप्ट इन अ सेपरेट वार्ड. दे नीड टू बी सेपरेटेड. वाई? बिकॉज tuberculosis is a communicable disease. It can be communicated from one person to another through mucus or sputum or the droplets that are emitted out by the patient of tuberculosis. Now let's see the clinical manifestations. Early stages में there will be no symptoms. Many cases are found incidentally. Systemic manifestations may we have fatigue, malaise, anorexia, weight loss, low-grade fevers, night sweats. Weight loss occur late. Characteristic cough, frequent and produces mucoid or mucopurulent sputum. Majorly tuberculosis के जो symptoms वो हमें मिलेंगे, they will be find it out by the cough. जो कफ होगा, बहुत ज़्यादा खांसी आने लगेगी पेशेंट को, जिसकी वजह से हाँ हमें थोड़ा शक होने लगेगा कि हो सकता है इस पेशेंट को ट्यूबरकुलोसिस हो. Next we have characteristic cough, then dull or tight chest pain. There is pain in chest also. Some cases में we have acute high fever, chills, general flu-like symptom, pleuritic pain, productive cough. HIV, PT with TB, fever, cough, weight loss, pneumatic Cairni pneumonia. Now let's see the diagnostic studies in which we have tuberculin skin testing, the PPD purified protein derivative used to detect delayed hypersensitivity response. It is a two-step testing by healthcare workers and इसमें कुछ अलग अलग इसके वो दिए हुए हैं criteria that are at risk population या फिर healthcare workers या फिर low risk people. Then we have chest का X-ray. Then we have the bacteriologistic studies in which we have study of the sputum, gastric washings, CFS or pus from an abscess. Mycobacterium tuberculosis peculiar features. It grows very rapidly. However, it is a feature of all the bacteria and virus that it grow very rapidly. But Mycobacterium tuberculosis may we observe very fast growth. In the wall of cavitary lesion extracellular. Slow growers intracellular within the macrophages at inflamed sites. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, इसकी growth slow होगी. Spurtures, intermittent growth spurts. Then we have dormant, do not grow for a long time and become active at times of low host resistance. This is the diagrammatic representation of the mycobacterial cell wall कि किस तरह से कहाँ पे हम कौन सी ड्रग हमारी इनहिबिट करेगी, जिसकी वजह से ये जो सेल वॉल फॉर्मेशन होगा ये ही इनहिबिट हो जाएगा. तो जब ये सेल वॉल फॉर्मेशन इनहिबिट हो जाएगा तो मल्टीप्लिकेशन तो दूर की बात है. तो इस तरह से क्या होगा, हम फर्दर ग्रोथ बैक्टीरिया की रोक सकते हैं, जिसकी वजह से वी विल बी एबल टू ट्रीट द ट्यूबरकुलोसिस. Now, anti-tubercular agents. Now there is an emergence of multi-drug resistance tuberculosis, more than 0.4 million cases globally. History में we have first successful drug for treating tuberculosis was PAS, that is the para-aminosalicylic acid. It was developed by Lehmann in 1943. Dramatic success came when Waxman and Schutz discovered streptomycin, which has made remarkable progress, followed by thiazidazone by Domag in 1946. In 1952, isoniazid came and pyrazinamide by Crosier and colleagues in 1952 and later rifampicin in 1957. By S. Margalit has totally changed the strategy in chemotherapy. Then ethambutol came in 1961 by Lateral Laboratories. Fluoroquinolones, newer macrolides and conjugate of rifampicin, rifabutin are recent addition in antimicrobacterial drugs. Mechanism of action we have already discussed. Relative activity of first line drugs, एक बार हम इसको ऐसे ही देख लेते हैं superficially. Isoniazid hydrazide, potent bactericidal. Rifampicin, again potent bactericidal. Pyrazinamide, weak bactericidal with active against intercellular bacilli. Ethambutol, bacteriostatic, prevents resistant development. Streptomycin, bactericidal, active against extracellular rapid growth. Chemoprophylaxis, standard drug in isoniazid hydrazide daily for 6 to 12 months or INH plus rifampicin मतलब in combination for 6 months. If isoniazide hydrazide कैन नॉट बी यूज रिफैम्पिसिन फॉर 4 months, देन हम इन दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन देंगे फॉर 2 months. ये हमारा ट्रीटमेंट काइंड ऑफ दिया हुआ है. नाउ वी हैव फ्यू MCQ based questions that are asked by the topic. You can see, students, this you need to study on your own for the practice. Thank you.